Let's look at Chapter 15, Lesson 4 Review, Algebra. Fill in the table. The first problem is done for you. So it looks like we have x and then 3x plus 4 as our equation. So if you plugged and chugged the 4 in, you would have 3 times 4, which is 12, plus 4 more equals the 16. Now in order to find out what x is, we can work backwards. And you would know for the first one you do 3x plus 4 equals 25. I got 25 from the column in my equation from here. So now I need to solve. What I can do is take 3x and then the inverse of plus 4 is minus 4. So 25 minus 4 is going to be 21. Then I'm going to take the inverse of 3 times x, and I know that the inverse of multiplication would be division, so I need to divide 21 by 3 and I'm going to get 7. I can check my work though by plugging and chugging 7 into 3x plus 4, and I know that 3 times 7 plus 4, and I would do order of operations, so 3 times 7 is 21 plus 4 is going to equal 25. So x being 7 fits this problem. Let's do the same thing. We're going to plug it with 10. And I would have 3x plus 4 equals 10. And I would do 3x and then the inverse of plus 4 is minus 4, so 10 minus 4 is going to be 6. And then x equals 6 divided by 3 because I'm doing the inverse of 3 times, and that's going to equal 2. Remember to check your answers. The next one you're going to have 13, so you would do 3x plus 4 equals 13. You would do 3x, and then you do 13 minus 4, which is going to equal 9. Then 9 divided by 3 is going to be 3. Let's move on to number 2, where I'm going to start with the 3 in the equation 2x minus 7 equals 3. I'm going to do 2x, and then the minus 7 inverse would be plus 7, so 3 plus 7 is 10. And then 2 times x would be divide by 2, so 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Do the same thing using 9, where you have 2x minus 7 equals 9. Minus 7 is the inverse, so it would be plus 7, so 9 plus 7 is 16, so you have 2x equals 16. And then 2 times x, the inverse would be divide by 2, so 16 divided by 2 equals 8. Now we have 5 to use, so I have 2x minus 7 equals 5. Remember, minus 7 inverse would be plus 7, so I have 2x equals 12 because I did 7 plus 5. Now I have 2 times x, so I'm going to divide 12 by 2 because I use the inverse, and I know that's going to equal 6. Now I have 1, so I have 2x minus 7 equals 1. Minus 7 would be plus 7, so I have 2x equals 8. And then 2x I need to divide by 2, so x equals 4. Use these strategies to solve number 3 on your own. Data analysis and probability. For 4 through 7, use the bar graph. How many students have a step that is at least 28 inches long? So I'm going to go ahead and mark these up so I can easily see that what each one represents. You know, this one represents 3, this one represents 5, this one is 2, this one's 6, and the next one's going to be 4. So how many have at least 28 inches? So that would be 2 plus 6 plus 4, because those are all at least 28 inches long. And I know that's going to equal 12. How many students have a step that is no more than 28 inches long? So I would not want anything higher than 28 inches. So that would be 3 plus 5 plus 2, and I know that's going to equal 10 students. How many more students have a 32-inch step than a 20-inch step? So I would take 6 minus 3, because there's 6 for 32 and only 3 for 20, and the difference would be 3. The last question asks, there are 30 students in this class. How many are not represented in the graph? So I'm going to add all of them up to figure out how many are represented and then find the difference. So I know that 3 plus 5 plus 2 plus 6 plus 4 are represented. 3 plus 5 is going to be 8, plus 2 more is 10, plus 6 more is 16, plus 4 more is 20. There's 30 altogether, so the difference would be 10 students.